We have a bounce back in today's trade. Nifty gained 168 points to post a close above the short-term resistance of 18,300. Good evening, traders. 26th of October 2021, 8:15 p.m. Indian Standard Time. Day after tomorrow is the expiry of derivatives contract, and the Nifty manages a decent bounce back in today's trade. On my left hand side is the conventional candlestick charts, which shows a pretty decent green candle fairly near the highest point of the day. A much better picture we'll get from the 75-minute time frame. We spoke about this zone, the psychological 18K, held pretty well, pretty decent amount of volatility. 18,240, 300, the VWAP zone. Index takes this out level pretty comfortably in today's trade and inches close to that 18,350 mark. A quick volume profile of this sell-off shows that the chunk of the volumes had happened between 18,100, 18,350, 360. This is the zone above which not much volume happened during the fall, but decent amount of volume happened during the rise, as you can see here. So 18,450, that is during this period, we've seen some decent volumes happening at that price. So 350 to 450, another 100 points can we expect from the index this week? That needs to be seen, but more importantly, I think the index should not drop below the 250 mark now. In fact, every bar's low on a 75-minute time frame will be important. So I would say that it has broken above. If you take a look at slightly, okay, let's go back to the candles. If you take a look at this kind of a level, after this fall, which flushed out the weak hands below 18K, this was the bounce back, 18,234. This was the next move, which took us towards 287, but another red candle at 18,234. So 18,234, 18,200, 250, it shouldn't slip back below that, or else the possibility of another 100 points completely negates. So far so good, I would say, not bad. The Heikin-Ashi charts on the daily time frame has managed a pretty decent green bar, a higher high, higher low on both the conventional and Heikin-Ashi. Not bad. Bank Nifty consolidates a little bit after the big time outperformance that we observed recently. Volume profile still shows a pretty decent cluster down here. VWAP is significantly below because of the current momentum with which the index had rallied. No dearth of momentum in this pack. In fact, today we did see some pretty good movement coming in from IDFC First, up 7.5%, big breakout. AU Bank, Bank Baroda, Kotak, RBL. Names that didn't move that much recently have started to perform in this pack, which is good. iBank takes a breather, Axis Bank also takes a breather, HDFC Bank completely flat. A little bit of range expansion in most of these stocks. So overall, the Bank Nifty did pretty well. Real estate bounced back more than 3.5%. Metals, media, small cap, mid cap. So overall, it's been a decent move in today's trade. No complaints. Stocks also participated. It's been a mixed space, but not bad. Few stocks that I'll be looking closely. One important stock which fell quite sharp, and we've been talking about this for some time, Hindustan Unilever, and now it's kind of consolidating. Now we can see that this 2400, this zone, this volume profile, if you remember, this one, it tests that 76.4, 78.6 Fibonacci. We can let go of the 61.8. Never liked the 61.8 actually, if you ask me. We've got an inside bar on the Heikin-Ashi which shows signs of consolidation. I think you'll see similar kind of inside bar on the Heikin-Ashi charts of ITC daily chart back to its previous swing lows from where it managed the bounce. Is this a left shoulder head and maybe a right shoulder next in the future? Who knows? But the steepness of the head is quite remarkable. Nevertheless, these two counters probably can offer a short-term movement alongside Larsen. Looks decent for a prospective move sometime soon. TCS, another very important stock for the market, but has corrected significantly, deeply oversold in the short-term time frame, and should provide us some kind of a bounce. Infosys can also give us some kind of a movement. As you can see from the conventional candlesticks, it's created a nice bullish harami pattern, and it's got some amount of hidden divergences, also positive hidden divergences at this juncture. So looks interesting. I think the participation from these stocks and the ones which has been participating, for example Tata Motors, a 6% move, flaggish kind of a pattern, can give us a breakout again towards 535, 540, very likely, strong counter. And so overall, I think there is chance that the Nifty can gain that extra 100 points. As we record this video, global markets 100 points on the Dow, 30 points on the S&P 500, 24 points on the SGX Nifty. Not much to take or not much to give away either. But overall, I think if we go back to the chart of Nifty, that 100 points extra towards 450, we can keep an expectation for the next 2 days. We just have to keep this in mind, that the volatility with which we dealt recently is not completely gone away. Considering the expiry of derivatives day after tomorrow, we should be prepared for that as well. And yes, should not slip below that 250, 200, 18, 250, 18, 200. Till then, I think should be fine. We're not completely out of the recent 4-day correction, if you ask me. The good thing is it closed comfortably above that 300 mark. So getting some buying opportunities from an intraday short-term perspective, go for it. But be a little careful if you're building up positions on the long side, especially from a medium to long-term perspective at this juncture right now. All right then, that's all from my side. Tomorrow, trade well. Trade well.